The Fox 29 10 o'clock news starts now. We've got you covered.
When a deputy dies, a piece of the community dies with them.
2 Palm Beach County deputies killed and another in the ICU after a tragic crash along Southern Boulevard.
Seeing the brother and sister officers, the grief they go through, me personally, delivering the messages to the families is always difficult.
The fatal crash involving an SUV colliding with those deputies as they worked a traffic detail during the morning rush hour.
This is a pretty big loss for us, and I can't imagine the families and law enforcement he worked with, and that guy was really special.
We're hearing from loved ones honoring the deputies who lost their lives this morning. I'm Zitlali Solache with how friends are remembering them.
Tonight, the entire law enforcement community in mourning over the loss of their own.
Tonight, we are learning the names of the 3 Palm Beach County deputies involved in today's tragic crash.
2 deputies were hit and killed along Southern Boulevard, and a third is in the hospital tonight. We want to show you first Corporal Luis Paez, who served our community for more than 36 years. PBSO says he began his career as a corrections deputy in 1988 before moving to road patrol and then serving as a motor deputy for more than 20 years.
The second deputy killed was Deputy Sheriff Ralph Butch Waller, who PBSO says served with distinction for more than 18 years in the motor unit. He started his law enforcement career with the Royal Palm Beach Police Department before it merged with PBSO in 2008.
And finally, Deputy Ignacio Dan Diaz was critically injured and is in the ICU following an emergency surgery. He is fighting for his life tonight. He joined PBSO in 2004 and worked in the motor unit for more than 10 years. We have team coverage tonight. Our Zitlali Solache speaking with family and friends who, of course, are grieving the loss of their loved ones. We'll check in with her in a moment.
But first, we begin with our Ethan Stein with reaction to the crash and new details about the driver accused of crashing into those deputies.
Law enforcement described it as a difficult day, one that started with a crash. Before the procession,
I can't believe our community pulled together like that just to come here.
And the hugs outside St. Mary's Hospital, the line of officers saw an SUV damage and 3 Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office motorcycles destroyed.
So that's particularly tragic.
2 deputies, Corporal Luis Paez and Deputy Sheriff Ralph Butch Waller, the Sheriff's Office says were killed following the violent collision. Another deputy, Ignacio Dan Diaz, is in the ICU after emergency surgery. Delivering the messages to the families is always difficult. It's a difficult time for us. The Florida Highway Patrol says 3 deputies were doing traffic enforcement off the road. Then a 31-year-old woman from Pennsylvania driving the SUV tried to pass a car, but overcorrected, then hit those deputies. Witnesses say the response was immediate.
I just hear a bunch of cars just like flying by.
The investigation backed up traffic. Palm Beach County schools encouraged parents to pick up their children from school, saying it anticipated a significant delay for some kids riding the bus. But many drivers didn't mind.
Truthfully, I don't care if I have to wait 2 hours.
As the day would end with people waiting in line, a reminder of the sacrifice of being a part of the thin line, protecting Palm Beach County. Officials did not release the driver's name. They also didn't say if she would face charges. In West Palm Beach, Ethan Stein, Fox 29 News, we've got you covered.
Loved ones are remembering the deputies who lost their lives in that crash this morning.
Our Zitlali Solache is hearing from one of the deputies' friends who say their lives will never be the same.
A group of Corporal Luis Paez's friends from all over the nation gathered with me in a Zoom call. They say while they are torn about the news, they want people to know how special he truly was to them.
We're all changed forever.
3 families' lives forever impacted. PBSO releasing the identities of the 2 deputies that were struck and killed by a vehicle this morning. Deputy Ralph Waller and Corporal Luis Paez, who served decades in the field. Deputy Ignacio Diaz now fighting for his life in the hospital.
I'm still shocked. I'm devastated. I'm still processing the information.
Corporal Pies' friends are coming to terms with the tragedy.
We are really in disbelief of what happened. I mean, nobody wants to get this phone call that your close friend, your close family friend just passed. And the way he passed.
But despite the pain, the group of friends wanted to honor him. They tell me Pies was a passionate photographer.
This is a pretty big loss for us, and I can't imagine the families and law enforcement he worked with, and that guy was really special.
And had radiant energy that was infectious.
This is a great guy. We got along so well with so many mutual interests. It was very easy to room with him.
He was always just, like I said, a light in our lives, and he was always fun to be around. And it is so difficult to process, and he is going to be tremendously missed.
They say he was 100 days away from retirement and wanted to devote his time to photography.
Knowing that he was just so close to retirement absolutely breaks my heart, and he was so looking forward to it.
Deputy Waller's loved ones respectfully asked for their space during this time, but want him to be kindly remembered. We also reached out to Deputy Diaz's family, but have not heard back. Many will continue to remember the lives of their loved ones.
He was a deputy, but he was so much more than that.
In West Palm Beach.
And he will be surely missed.
Zitlali Solache for Fox 29 News. We've got you covered.
That deadly crash did back up traffic for several miles on Southern Boulevard. The busy road was brought to a halt for hours as investigators worked to get answers. One driver we spoke with says it gave him time to reflect.
It makes you think a lot.
Yeah. I mean, what does it make you think about?
Like everything, you're just like on your job, doing what you're supposed to do, trying to provide for family and whatnot. And 1 second later, everything can change, It might be here, it might be not.
And we are staying on top of this story, and as more information becomes available, we will bring it to you live on air and also online at WFLX.com.
All right, good evening, everybody. Getting cold out there across the West Palm Beach television market. We're using colors right now that I didn't think we'd ever see, quite honestly, as we're showing a lot of blues here. This is the 24-hour temperature change, meaning what the numbers are compared to what they were the same time yesterday. And look at this, we're anywhere from 19 to 23 to 20 degrees colder than we were just 24 hours ago. And that means a lot of 50s out there now. Fort Pierce, you're almost in the 40s already. 50 there, 58 in Port St. Lucie. Jupiter's showing 57, a pair of 5s in West Palm Beach, and then a little bit milder the farther south you go in southern portions of Palm Beach County. But make no mistake, even down there, temperatures are pretty chilly compared to where we've been over the last couple of weeks. The wider view showing the state of Florida. We've got a lot of 40s showing up here to the north now. Gainesville's at 46, Orlando a pair of 5s, and Daytona Beach 51. So all that chilly air is just driving straight south from northern portions of Florida and the state of Georgia. And really that's going to be the pattern over the next several days. We get these really chilly nights and very comfortable afternoons. Forecast for the morning commute tomorrow, I should say morning commute, sorry about that. We're looking at mostly sunny skies. It will be a chilly start with temperatures starting out around 51 or 52 in West Palm Beach and then slowly climbing into the mid-60s by 11 a.m.
Chris, thank you. Next on Fox 29, the woman accused of causing a crash that killed 3 family members has finally been charged. We're uncovering new details in the case.
Plus, President-elect Donald Trump names a new nominee for U.S. Attorney General after his first pick dropped out. We're looking at Trump's new pick, Pam Bondi, and why Matt Gaetz is no longer in the running.
Later, the Dolphins hoping to keep on their winning streak. How Miami is getting ready to host the Patriots.